Good day, everyone. I am Kimberly Silantoria, your instructor for today. So, for today's lesson, we will discuss the corporation as a form of business ownership. So, what is corporation as a form of business ownership? A corporation is a business organization that operates as a legal entity that is separate from its owners and is treated by law as if it were an individual person. Corporations can make a profit, be taxed, and can be held legally liable. So, corporations offers the strongest protection to its owners from personal liability, but the cost to form a corporation is higher than other structures. Corporations also require more extensive record keeping, operational processes, and reporting. Corporations have completely independent life, separate from its shareholders. The corporation can continue doing business relatively undisturbed. So next is who manages a corporation? A corporation is managed and run by its directors and officers. The directors are appointed by the shareholders and are responsible for the overall management and corporate governance of the corporation. So, it is managed by its board of directors, which must approve major business decisions. A director can be, but is not to be, either a shareholder or an officer. Just as representatives in Congress are elected by voters, directors are elected by shareholders and typically serve for a limited term. Next are there are advantages and disadvantages of corporation. So the advantages are ability to raise capital, limited liability, continued life, separation of ownership and management. And the advantages are complex and expensive setup, slow decision-making process, and taxes. These are the stakeholders involved: shareholders, board of directors, and business officers. Some shareholders are institutional investors, which are generally commercial or legal entities like mutual funds, insurance companies, trust, investment banks, etc. They often invest in large quantities of stock in strong corporations on behalf of others. As noted previously, a shareholder with many shares often has more power than a shareholder with few shares. Next is Board of Directors. Board of Directors are often appointed or elected by the shareholders. These stakeholders are legally accountable for many actions of the corporation. The Board of Directors decides important issues and develops the long-term strategies of a corporation. And next is business officers. Officers are employees who serve the directors as top-level management such as CEO, CFO, and COO. These stakeholders often make the day-to-day decisions for the corporation. These decisions are intended to carry out the will of the shareholders and the directives of the board of directors. It isn't uncommon for the officers to also be member of the board of directors. It's crucial to the corporation's health that the officers and board of directors work together. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood very well our lesson.